I'll start swearing and cursing.
Right now, is it?
Hmm.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is the end of the month already, and it's June. It's also would have been Stephen's birthday today. I find it it's so sad because we would have been celebrating, like he would have been here, and we would have been celebrating with him. So it's very sad, isn't it?
Probably would have. What was his tipple of choice? Do you think would he have a martini? Yeah, I can't imagine him being like a strongbow out of a can. You know?
No. What was it he had that time? When we were all together and he drank what was left of it, and I think he'd had it that long that the alcohol had fermented a bit extra, so I think it was quite what's the word?
Creme de menthe.
Yeah.
Was it like Pimm's or something?
Oh, okay.
I think it was Pimm's. I might be wrong, but yeah, he got quite drunk on that, and then he admitted that he'd had it. I think it had been open for a while.
Oops.
I think that because I remember him saying it was spinning a bit. So yes.
Lovely.
Anyway, I shall say a few hellos, and then I think the Hills are going to join us. Neil said that he could probably pop on for an hour, but he didn't say when. So, yeah.
Susan, why aren't you in here? You're not fancying it today.
I think she was just going to be in the chat.
Fair enough. She just didn't want to talk to me. That's all. It's fine.
So right, what have we got? Evening all. I think that's Elaine, but I think you've took your name off there. But then, yeah. Hi Dodo. Hi Chris. Hi Susan. Hi Nia. I think they're talking about Stephen looking, and he did look so well. I'll pop on in a bit. She said she's going to pop on in a bit.
He did. He's looking awesome. You know, like all chiseled and like.
I edited. I can't say that word. Some footage together, which we will share when everyone's here, and he got thinner and more good looking, and I got fatter and uglier. Two things switched over, like it's just but honestly, I can't like looking at it's last month's live, and now clips from last month's live. He looked amazing. Absolutely looked amazing. And loads of people had commented and everything in the side chat.
I said to you, sorry, go on.
Oh no, that's just why it's like such a shock, isn't it? That just like still I expect him to like, you know, you expect him to just like pop up in the side and you know, like because no,
just come out with some amazing remark that he always does, because he always had just fantastic wit. Although, as you'll see in one of the clips, it goes over my head. He had to explain it.
Oh.
Yes, Chris, he died of a stroke, sadly. Yeah.
I mean, without going into too much detail, I said to you that the last time we'd spoke as a group, Stephen was poorly, you know, kind of from the move, and he'd overdone it and various other things over too. And he wasn't well, and this, that, and the other. And then the next time I saw him was on that stream you're talking about, and he looked really well. And it's kind of a, you know, relief, like, oh, you know, he's okay now, and you know, everything's sorted, and he's getting on the right side of things, and he'll be starting his videos soon for the pepper pot and all that. And then you rang me that day, and you could have knocked me over with a feather.
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of waiting. I had this conversation with Nick. I was kind of waiting for the punchline or the, you know, the you like, you know, that it isn't real, you know, whatever. But yeah, but you know, you had a you had a party for him and with him, and you know, various had a drink for him, and which is what he would have wanted. He wouldn't have wanted you to cancel your birthday.
No.
Oh, he'd have been furious, Lainey.
I think so too. Like, I did think about it at one point. Now I think I said this, but I thought about it and I thought he would go mad, like at me for thinking it. Even, you know, he'd also go mad for because he would have been 64 today, and I was in George E's chat, and I told him he was 65, so he'd have gone mad about that as well. Accidentally. Hello.
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 Evening.
Evening.
Well, then, in a way, he'll always be 63. Does that sound? He'll always be. He'll never be. Yeah, 65, because that's such an insult.
No. I know. I was like, it would have been fuming if he'd been adding a year on. So he said, how old would he have been on his birthday? And I went, 65. I mean, 64. And he'd been like, how very dare you?
How very dare you?
He'd have thrown some jewellery at you, something heavy, I suspect.
but then grabbed it back.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It still doesn't seem like a fact that he's gone. It still doesn't make any sense to my tiny mind.
No.
Haven't computed it yet.
No, not
Yeah.
at all.
Still waiting for him to pop up somewhere and we got it wrong, or it was wrong, person, or whatever, whatever what it is. But
yeah.
But he wouldn't want anybody to be, moping about it, and
No, he would have been glad that we all got together and got drunk and had a party, right?
Yeah.
In fact, he'd have been very cross if you hadn't done it, I think.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying.
Yeah, from wherever he was, he'd be swearing at you if we didn't do the Laney party.
Yeah.
He'd have been swearing at us for letting you cancel.
So what right? Because we were on the karaoke and stuff. What do you reckon? Do you reckon Stephen would have done karaoke? And if so, would he have done a duet with Carla? Because that's what I wanted to see, is them two duetting. I think that would be hilarious.
Islands in the Stream or something.
That's what Carla said. Yeah, Islands in the Stream.
Excellent.
I think that would have been brilliant.
Well, we can all imagine it.
Yeah.
Well, if I'd have sang it even more, Drowning the Cats in the River. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen a duet with Susan, actually.
Really?
What, me and Stephen?
Yeah.
I would duet with anybody. I tried to duet with Nick, but he wouldn't have it.
Nobody wants to hear me sing. I was saving everybody's ears.
I wanted to hear you sing.
It was just fun.
Thank you for the music.
Yeah. No, I know, Lane. It's just not my bag. I was enjoying watching everyone else.
Make an idiot. I mean, express their, artistic sides. Yeah.
I have done karaoke, but I was way more drunk than I was at yours.
We've done a duet.
Right, so we know what we need to do next year.
Yeah.
Every time he's not looking, pour a bit extra drink in his drink.
Put some rum in his glass. That's all you need to do.
And then just start playing Depeche Mode, and then you just won't.
Yeah, you're not going to help it, will you?
Yeah, I was slightly tempted when Pet Shop Boys came on, just slightly.
Oh,
yeah, you did.
I don't even remember that. What Pet Shop Boys came on? I can't remember it.
It's a sin.
Oh no,
was it not? It's a sin.
It was
always on my mind.
Yes.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Somebody was asking in the chat what Stephen passed away from. He had a stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly.
And that's one of those things that I mean, gosh, my a friend of mine's friend in work, he was 26 or 28 years old. He was an athlete, fit as anything, and he had a stroke as well. And it's just it's one of those things that I think like that perhaps we don't know enough of, like personally don't know enough of. I know you did like fundraising for the Stroke Association, didn't you? And you've known people that have had stroke, so you may know more than most of us. But I don't think I would know what the symptoms are or anything. Maybe we need a bit of education ourselves, isn't it?
It's more common than you might imagine. My mum had a stroke a couple of years ago, which is one of the reasons we got involved with that.
Yeah.
But many other people we know have suffered with it.
From what she said, she was actually driving at the time, and just got really confused, and she wasn't making any sense.
She couldn't end sentences. She couldn't finish a coherent sentence, and her friend was like, "Are you all right, Chris? What's going on?" And then they got to the pub they were going to for a drink, and it was like, "I think we should go home." So she only had a very mild stroke and was fine afterward and made a full recovery. A friend of ours from the village had one, didn't she? And she made a recovery, but she was quite poorly for a while. I'm not sure it's indiscriminate, but it feels like it is,
Well, my granddad had Alzheimer's, and he had a few mini strokes, and I was with him and my nan when he had one, and he had to call an ambulance, and I was holding his hand, and it was weird because he was just looking at me, but he couldn't say anything, and it was horrible.
Well, my granddad had the kind of classic stroke where you lose half of your his face dropped, and he lost his speech. He had to relearn how to speak properly, and he lost control of his, I think it was his right side, I can't remember. Yeah, that was hard for him because he was always that, do things, independent man, very confident and proactive, and all of a sudden all that was taken away.
It's one of them things, isn't it? Because I think there's several symptoms, and also because it ranges from one extreme to another extreme, that it's so hard to detect, I think, and people put it down to other things. So it's just, I suppose the only thing you can do is if you do feel strained, try to get some help if you can.
Yeah, they did.
If you can, I suppose. Because
what was that advert that was on a few years ago? Fact, face, arms.
Yeah.
Fast. But I can't remember. I know one of them is face, isn't it?
Yeah, your face groups. You can't lift your arm or some arms.
Yeah, or seeing somebody else that going on, the quicker you can get them to hospital, the more chance they have, apparently.
I think a stroke is more something that other people notice in you than you see in yourself.
Yeah,
so
that's what that campaign was about, wasn't it? Noticing in others.
So it says fast, face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, and then time to call 999.
Right.
Yeah, do it fast. Do it fast.
Do it fast.
Yeah. I think Kath just said, was it her dad died? Yeah, Kathy. My dad died of a stroke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just said, we found my dad having had a stroke 3 days after we had been out together to buy him a new car.
Oh, so tragic, isn't it?
I mean, that's similar to Stephen, isn't it? I mean, he was planning stuff and he looked so well, and it's just so sudden. Can't believe it. But like Lex was saying before I came on, he'll be forever 63 and forever happy and smiling and young looking. He'll never get old.
His little cheekbones. I can't believe how gorgeous.
Yeah.
Flipping heck.
Yeah. I'll just go back a little bit to see a few people came in. So, hi Porky, hi Lynn. Hi Donna, just came in to pay my respects to Stephen. Rest in peace, lovely man. I'll watch this on catch up. Hi Kath. Where am I? Hi Cherry.
He was lovely until he wasn't. When somebody got on his wrong side, then he wasn't. He was like so acid.
Oh, but I tell you what, just when we saying this the other day, I wish Stephen had like a whole Instagram like page of just his replies to Etsy customers and stuff.
So good.
He didn't mince. Although he was very camp, he didn't mince words.
One thing he didn't mince. No. Oh my God.
He had a unique approach to customer service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of us need, really, don't we? You know, sometimes it's kind of like, you know,
but the customer isn't always right. I mean,
I agree with you. And you know,
his replies were perfect.
Can I just say, I'm not ignoring people in the chat. I can't see the chat, so if anybody puts anything, I can't see anything because I'm on my phone.
Stig, just
well, I figured
put your visor up. You might be able to
see that.
I was facing the wrong way as well. That's help.
Hi Stu, he said, evening everyone, I can't see it, steer, so just popping in to pay my respects. It's also a good reminder to tell people that you love them because they won't always be here.
It's very
true.
I love you guys.
When I spoke to Tom and Terry to let them know, they were saying, you know, it's a reminder that we should just do everything that brings us joy. You know, live life, do the things
Seize
that
the day. Seize the day.
Carpe diem.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharon says, evening guys, got off work early. Are you coming in, Sharon? The link's in the group if you are.
There's a space there for you.
I think she's been sent home.
What I would say about Steve, I think I did say it in our little chat, was that he was effortlessly generous. He didn't have to try. It just oozed out of him. He's probably sent all of us here random things because he thought it was nice, right?
Yep.
He did things he never wanted anyone to know. You know, he just sent us lovely things and was always thinking about people. Yeah, and it just came naturally to him.
That's so true.
That's who he was.
He was so caring. You know, he's one of the most generous, caring people that I've ever had the pleasure to know, to be honest.
You know, my logo, my diamond logo.
Yes.
Well, that came from him once, and that massive freaking diamond. That, I mean, God knows where he got that from.
Yeah.
It was a shop display thing from somewhere that he, you know.
I knew that, and when I was watching your vlog the other day, I thought, oh, that was from Stephen. It just came to my head that I looked at it and I thought, he sent me loads of postcards. Every time he went in the charity shop, he just added them to his, you know, basket or whatever stuff.
Yeah.
And he just sent me loads of postcards. And binoculars, because I've got a good view out of my house window, where I've moved to. And he sent me some binoculars, some vintage ones. So he was just sweet.
I think Andrea mentioned that she quite liked Jersey pottery, kind of on a whim once in a video. And then this massive box turns up with like a collection of Jersey pottery, which we've still got.
And I haven't found them yet. I haven't unpacked them.
They're in a box.
They'll be pride of place once.
It was probably stuff he just had lying around, because he had everything, didn't he? Everything
well,
lying
that's
around.
it. Like, he wouldn't, you know, you would say like, oh yeah, you know, you could go, I quite like, I don't know, turnips. And he'd be like, wait there. I need to find something in there.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, you see. He took all this information with him, was always thinking about what he could find for other people. And he did. And he sent random people random stuff, and it was lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, he sent me loads of mushrooms as well, you know, the wooden mushrooms.
Yeah.
What you're going to say then?
Yeah. Not sure we should talk about that on the internet.
Oh, I'm definitely going to miss our Stephen. He was such an interesting person.
Yeah. Because he'd lived a life.
Yeah. He always had a story.
He had a story for everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is regretful that we didn't get to meet him. That's just the way it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, it feels like we have, though. I know we technically haven't.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it like say for like it was the first time we met Lainey the other day, but it was just like it was no different.
Well, I said the same to Sharon, because I've chatted to Sharon so much, and I was sitting next to her and I was like, Sharon, it's just like I've known you for years. It just felt really normal.
Yeah.
It really did.
It did.
We've conversed for hours on end in reality.
Yeah.
So there wasn't much ice to break when we met, and it would have been the same with Steve, totally.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was very weird to be in the same room with all of you, though. It was like a bit,
Yeah.
it's a bit
That
overwhelming.
Sunday morning, wasn't there? Where
Yeah.
was it Sharon that said that? Oh, this is us. This is the Misfit.
Yeah.
Aww.
I just felt like you all should have like frames round here. I was like wanting to give you all something to carry, like a frame, and then I was that'd be like more normal to do.
When you said that, everyone have a frame round them. Stig have his helmet on, and I have a cat on my face.
Yeah. And Sharon. Hi George. Hi Hydron. Hi Pat.
In fact, I'm going to use my Kermit Miss Piggy picture.
So I put together a few clips of Stephen. It's actually 9 minutes long, but there was so much footage of him, so much amazing stuff. And I was going to share it, but I'll have to ask you all to mute because for some reason my thing won't allow us to play something because it echoes really badly, apparently. Not to me, but to everybody.
Muting now.
So I'll play it now, okay?
I've got 11 days to lose 6 stone.
Okay.
I want that diet. Can I go on that diet, please?
It's not going as planned, I have to say, but yeah.
Yay! Next week! Yay! Yes! Hang on.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who the fuck's you?
When is your birthday, Stephen?
Monday.
Pardon?
Not next Monday.
Oh, Monday, but next Monday.
There is nothing to celebrate about being 60. I'm sorry. It is just...
If I looked like that at 60, I'd celebrate that for a start. No. If I look like him last week, I'd be celebrating.
Well, it's an enamel crust underneath.
Beautiful crust. I like a crust on things anyway.
A bit of crunch.
Yeah, you're in the middle now.
Oh,
look, Nick's giving you that.
Why don't you
He just put his hands on his face as you put your hands up, and I was like,
Wow, I quite enjoyed that too much.
That's magical.
In my hands, quick. There we go.
That's a different ka-ching sound.
It's a posh one, you see.
Oh, so posh.
Very posh. It sounds like a much posher cash register than the eBay one.
His butler rings, if you know. He comes in with a little silver salver, tinkles it, and then I said,
Another plant has bought something from us, sir.
To the vanish bin, and this week we have the lovely Stephen.
I start rambling, I want the people in the chat to pretend they've got buzzers, like deviation or rambling, and get me back on track. So if I see that in the chat, then I'll know that I have to rein myself back.
You still know they're going to just leave it because we want to hear all your stories and things like that. So you still know they're just going to leave it. It'll be like story time with Stephen.
Are you sitting comfortably? Then I shall begin.
Right. So your first category is the things people do.
People that go shopping, food shopping mainly, as a family. Sometimes you get 3 or 4 generations all going out together to do the weekly shop. And they form a wall of human flesh down an aisle. You can't get to anything. And you've got the mother who, oh, Janice, are you sure you want that? Because last week you said it had bits in it and you didn't like those. And then, Hugo, are we still a vegetarian this week? And them deciding their menu there, whilst everybody else is trying to shop around them. And you've got Dad, and Dad's not interested. He's just on his phone. He's only there to carry the shopping. And, he's probably on Tinder or something. And then you've got Nan. Nan doesn't know where she is. She just wishes she was back at home watching Countdown. And she hasn't eaten solid since 1993. So she doesn't care. And yet they're all there deciding on the menu at the same time. And of course, you can't get around them. And then the children get bored. And then they go off on their scooters, which for some reason the parents have decided is a great idea for them to have their scooter in a supermarket. Or wheelies. They go up and down with their wheelies. Or sometimes you get two families in one aisle. And then it's like a scene from West Side Story, and no one's going to get it until the rumble is finished. So, yeah, people who shop in large groups or families, mostly families. We used to have when I lived back in Suffolk, we used to have a takeaway. The only pizza takeaway, it was really quite a big thing that it arrived in Felixstowe. But their pizzas were so tasteless, and I'd swear we still ordered them, but because there was such excitement about having food delivered back then.
Yeah.
And I ate an entire one, and I said, this must have been the worst one yet. It was so tasteless. And it turned out I'd consumed the styrofoam base as well that it came on, and hadn't even noticed.
Oh
And I got a sparkly ring today, one of those stretchy ones.
Oh, yeah.
Which are the only ones that ever fit, but I put it on and I don't think I can take it off. I'm engaged. So.
Engaged yourself?
Yes. And I accepted as well. I proposed and then I accepted. I thought, well, I'm not going to do any better than that. I was listening to the radio today and they were talking about some sort of Chinese robots that they've built, and about 2 months ago they made these dancing robots. Apparently it's viral and you can see it online, dancing. And then about 2 months later, they've now got them so that they're boxing. I think they're controlled by boxers, but these two robots are now boxing away. And they wear gloves, which is a bit pointless as they're robots, but... and somebody said, that's a bit scary, isn't it, to go from dancing to fighting within 3 months? And somebody else said, well, up north, that's a Friday night out. They must be my free gift or something there. Well, a sunflower and a butterfly. What do you do with them? They're crazy.
Stick the butterfly on one of the palm leaves.
Yes.
It's just landed there. Does the sunflower even have a stalk, though?
No, actually, I think they've got magnets.
Oh, so like for your fruit.
So, presumably, you could do... Does that work? I see. At the back, right. That's always nice.
Yes.
Or I could be Elton John.
It's a bit different if you go butterfly man instead of rocket man. I've had my gallbladder removed. People get their appendixes. Appendi. Yeah. So if you've got all these bits you don't need, why did they give us them in the first place? Like it really reminds us of that game where Operation, where you just chucking bits out. Oh, you didn't need that. I think they removed my brain at one point or something. You can put someone out of it. That's my excuse.
They stick on.
I thought that was a bone. I was like talking about Operation and you just picked up a bone.
I don't really like coffee particularly, but I will drink it.
I don't like coffee at all. I think it's vile.
Yeah, same with me and tea. Tea to me tastes metallic. I can't.
Love a cup, like a proper cup of tea. None of that like scare the batter with the tea bag, like by hovering it over the top. Like you've got to like, it's got a like
Stew.
ferment. I was going to say something. The word stew. So I was going to say some ferment.
Isn't it called fortnight tea when it's 2 week?
I don't know.
You missed the joke.
Oh, I'm sorry about like what? Oh yeah.
Oh God! Why am I?
Week tea. Yes. Okay. Got it now. Sorry, brain just went.
2 week. Fortnight. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it now. Thanks.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everybody.
Oh. It was 2 weeks.
Totally.
I'll tell you what, he was right about the supermarket.
In it though.
Mm.
Oh, we'll have to go back at mute.
Unmute yourself.
Mute.
Unmute.
Mute.
We're talking to you.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. I said he
Look
was
how
so
well he
hilarious,
looked.
the things he came out with.
Oh, really
Yeah.
funny.
So
Couldn't believe it.
stylish. I mean, I just like
Stylish. What, with a butterfly in his face?
that one.
Oh God!
Yeah,
When he ate the pizza base and said it wasn't very good.
Hilarious.
Oh my God!
I'm so sad that he never got to finish the house, and
Yeah.
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 you know,
Look how amazing he looked as well. He looks so young.
I know. He was like Benjamin Button, like Lex was saying. He was just getting younger looking.
Yeah, he's looking fabulous. Like, what the?
That was the first time, you know, when you said Silver Fox. That was the first time you met him and like live. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, the first time I'd ever actually seen in the
eyes on him. Yeah, and that was obviously 4 years ago.
God,
I mean, obviously we chatted before that, but that's when he started to
I
come
don't even have a memory of doing this whole arms thing with him.
I remembered it when you were doing it on that just there. I remembered you doing it.
Not a memory at all of that.
that was the old tap cake, wasn't it?
That was a long time ago. Yeah, it's got to be 3 or 4 years ago.
Well, yeah, it must be because that was filmed. You could see the Texaco garage outside my house, so that was a while ago.
Everyone's moved house since then, except Lainey.
Me.
I knew, yeah. Everyone's moved.
God. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, Lillian just said that was a lovely tribute. It was nice to see him. It was quite kind of jarring at first because that was the first time I'd watched anything with him in since we heard. And it was quite a moment really to see him again. Well, it's the voice. It's always the voice that gets you.
Yeah.
To hear his voice again.
He had such an amazing voice. He could have done like voiceovers for anything.
Totally, like audio books and stuff.
Yeah.
100%. He could have been a voice artist for sure.
Yeah.
It was so rich and I don't know what that is, but it was that.
He did that in the video.
Is someone growling? Is that Jeff?
Why is Jeff growling?
Heard something. Heard a dog. Heard a fox. Whatever.
I seem to recall a long time ago Stephen sending you something. Was it like a head or
a head?
Odd.
Now that would have been Ian.
Steady.
Something odd. It was years ago. Do you remember it?
Was this the weird dream you had?
No.
But it sounds like Stephen to have just a head hanging around his place that he can send you. So
it was something really quirky and odd.
I remember he sent me an old it was like an 80s shop display thing or something like that, like used for glasses, and it was a head with a long neck, and then like the big glow up, like, well, one Halloween we put it up in the window. It looked amazing. Like dressed it all up, put like, you know, black all over it, and then had it up in like the top window to well, it didn't scare kids away, obviously, because, you know, trick or treaters, but it looked really cool.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
When he was trying to clear down his stockpile before he moved, he said to us, "Oh, I'm going to send you a few bits. I found a few toys." He said, "Is it all right if I send them?" We're like, "Yeah, fine. Yeah, I love selling toys." A 20+ kilo box. No, it's probably 30 or 40 kilos. I couldn't pick it up.
No.
Arrived at our house.
The poor courier.
The courier couldn't pick it
was
up.
Broken.
It was mad. And there was so much good stuff in there. But he was like, I'm in clear out mode. Nick likes toys. There you go. Fill your boots.
But he had such good taste as well. He would just go around and find all these like mad cool things. And also, right, he was definitely charming the ladies in the charity shop.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
Everything was 50 pence, wasn't it?
I know, right? Like,
diamond ring, 50p, yeah.
like, who are you sleeping with? I can't be doing all the old ladies in the charity shop.
All of them.
He called it when he sent boxes
In
of
the Sussex area.
When he sent boxes of stuff, he called it fly tipping by post. He did it to Carl several times.
Well, when he sent us that box, he couldn't stop apologising. He was like, I'm so sorry, Nick. I'm like, it's great. I love it.
Yeah, we got a really good video out of it.
Yeah, we did.
And it was really good fun looking through it.
Yeah.
It took us about an hour just to unbox it. The edit was huge. I had to edit that down to like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to have gone shopping with him. Seen him in action.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That would have been good fun.
He was telling us this story about how he was going in one of the charity shops and I can't remember the exact ins and outs of it, but he was looking at something and he wanted to buy it, and then the lady in the charity shop just took it off him and said, "No, it's not for sale anymore."
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
Put the price up and put it back out.
Yeah, she kept it, and then he had to keep asking her, "Is this still for sale?"
Yeah, she realised that he had a good eye for things, so because he wanted it, she made the price higher.
Yeah.
Did he realised he was reselling as well? So she was like,
Did he start going in and winding her up?
Yeah.
And picking up the most random crap.
This Sports Direct mug, this is really rare, really good.
It's an original Sports Direct mug. It's a large one.
It holds a river of tea. That'll last a fortnight. Yeah,
I bet he did as well. I bet he did. I bet he started really taking the piss because
he did. Yeah, he did it on purpose. He was like trying to wind her up, making her think that things were valuable when they weren't.
Yeah, you didn't want to get on his wrong side.
I was just.
That's what I mean. He was lovely till he wasn't.
Oh yeah. I was just reading through his Instagram, and I found one. You know, we were talking about his Etsy things. So he had a complaint from his customer. Hi there, I've received this alarm clock, but the alarm is not working. I have set it and tried several times, but to no avail. I'm really disappointed that you are selling something that's totally useless and non-functional. I hope you will take responsibility for your actions. His reply, I'm sorry to hear this. The clocks have been tested before they're listed and before they're dispatched. I hesitate to ask such an obvious question, but during your extensive attempts to make it work and before contacting me to blame me, did you perhaps switch the alarm button to the on position? The reply, oops.
Wow.
Beautiful customer service.
Oh, his replies are just genius.
Oh, and that was one of the tame ones as well. Yeah. Like some of them are just so it's like they're so articulate
Yes.
Like
Just so cutting at the same time.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You just do a comedy series of that, couldn't you? Really?
Yeah.
You know, in the same way that Jasper Carrot used to do the insurance claims. You know.
Yeah, they were great.
He could run a business to be like a reply person for anyone who's got a problem. Pay for my services, I'll reply on your behalf.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd have paid.
Absolutely.
Somebody accused me of being sarcastic in one of my replies recently.
No.
Stephen's advice in going forward with replies. Just always keep Stephen in the back of your mind. And what would Stephen have said?
Yeah.
What would Stephen say?
That should be a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through his Instagram now, and honestly, like all his pictures of stuff that he finds, I'm like, bastard.
Yeah, it's just
such good taste.
You just wouldn't even think of looking at it. You think, wow, how did he like spot that?
Just a gift, hadn't he, really, or a natural ability, or whatever you want to call it.
He was forever sending Lex back to charity shops she'd been in because he'd spotted something, wasn't he?
Yeah. He'd be like, right, 23.55 in your video, go back and get that. Like, on it. And I get to a point where I was saying, like, Stephen, like, you know, I'd film it. Stephen, is there anything here?
Yeah.
He was that good. He knew so much.
He did. He was an encyclopedia of knowledge on vintage stuff. You know, he was always messaging me, telling me, you know, about stuff that I'd picked up. And,
And that was one of the funny things that I did nearly put in as a clip was the first thing when he was, I can't remember what it was. It was things people do that annoy you kind of thing. And he tried to put know-it-alls in the banish bin. And he basically explained himself, kind of saying, those people who give you information about something you've never asked for, they're in your side chat and they just give you this information. And I'm like, you're talking about yourself, Stephen. I said, know-it-alls that actually don't know it are annoying. People who have actual information, and I think you were commenting in the side chat, Andrea, saying, "No, I really appreciate it. It saves you going looking and all of that kind of thing." And but yeah, he was trying to.
But he never did it in a kind of I know everything I'm doing.
No.
It was from that. As I said before, he was effortlessly generous with his time and his knowledge.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it so you went, "Oh, Steve, you're amazing." He did it because he wanted to help. And it always came from that place.
Yeah.
So we received it as it was sent, right?
Yeah,
and it was
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the jewelry group that we're in, so we announced, you know, his passing, and like there were so many comments from people underneath, just going like, "Oh, Stephen helped me with this. He told me these things. He helped me with my Etsy store." Loads and loads of comments, and I was like, "Wow, he was like." Helping everyone, and we didn't even know it. Like,
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
and he put all them things together, the files, didn't he, with all the different like little tags of which jewelry was which jewelry, and the difference with like different types of chains, and there was all these gemstone ones and everything all there in little folders, so everyone can go and check if they find something.
And I think we were talking the other night as well about, like, you know, say if we'd have you know, some kind of nasty comment or a troll, like, you know, in the comment section underneath the video, by the time we'd even read it, there'd already be a reply from Stephen, some snarky reply, you know, going whatever at them before we'd even read it. And we're like, he was so, like, you know, defending our honor. Like, without us even realizing, like,
he would fight our battles that we couldn't even be bothered to deal with because like, I'm not bothered, but he's already there having a go. It's like, thanks, Steve, but we're not that fussed. It's fine.
It was so sweet, isn't it? He was like, "How dare you talk to my friends like that?"
Yeah, 100%. It's like, I know these people, I like these people. Now back off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Well,
Can I
good
just say
man.
hi, Swamp? Hope you're well. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good ones go too soon. That is for sure.
Mm.
That's why we're all still here.
I wasn't going to say, but you know.
It's true.
No comments.
I don't know, Kath, because like he was our, you know, encyclopedia of knowledge.
Guru. That's the
Yeah,
word.
we're gonna have to ask Susan.
Yeah,
Susan,
I'm here. I'm here if anyone needs any information about jewellery.
Well,
Yeah.
I've heard there's a
Anyway.
chap in Birmingham called Steve Green. He knows a lot.
yes, he knows how to spell necklace apparently.
That's
So
exactly.
He always used to wind me up because I don't know, at some point I said something about jewellery once and suddenly I was the expert, and he always used to say, but Susan's here, she's our expert. So that's why I said that, in case anyone knew the joke. But yeah, he was so funny.
well, you know, you're our colour expert at
Oh
the
yes,
moment.
I know all the colours of all the jewels. Yes.
Bless Susan, she came into my Whatnot show the other week. I was like, can you come and mod for me for a bit? And I could tell she was like not enjoying looking at the jewelry. It's not her kind of thing, bless her.
No.
But she tried. She was like, oh, that's a lovely blue.
Red, a lovely red, a lovely green. Yes, I don't know what they were. No, I'm not into the jewellery. It's just covered in bodily fluids, and I don't like it. It is though. It's grimy. That grime is bodily fluids. It has to be.
Oh,
Yeah, I just lick it clean. It's fine.
True story. True story.
Touches in the charity shops.
Yeah, exactly. I do though. Sometimes I'm in because I don't think like, and I am just like because checking things with your teeth is like it can tell you a lot, and then I do kind of realize that I'm stood in a charity shop putting a bit of jewelry in my mouth. So it's weird. It is weird.
Thing is, it's 2025. Like no one cares anymore.
Yeah, true.
I do.
But I sniff things because I don't want to buy a book if it stinks of smoke. I don't want to buy a board game if it stinks of smoke. So I genuinely
That's true,
sniff
actually.
stuff.
With postcards, I would sometimes sniff them because I don't really want mouldy ones or smoky ones. So that's
and
true.
if you're a clothes buyer, give it a sniff.
Yeah.
I bet I've sniffed the weirdest thing.
Go on then.
So I have incontinence pads. I'm not incontinent, but I'm stuck in bed. So there you go. Now, when you buy them in a packet, sometimes they've been stored and they go feisty. Now the smell goes through the packaging. So if they smell feisty, I won't buy them. I'm in the charity shop and I'm gone, trying to like hold up a bag of pads to my nose to smell them so I can tell if they're feisty.
Wow.
And they're like, there's that woman with that weird fetish again.
Yes, that's very niche. That is, yeah.
Very niche.
Yeah, Lainey
like
wins
a
this
single
one.
one.
Lainey
It is
wins.
the whole pack. I'm like picking up the whole pack, and then I'm like looking around to see if anyone's looking. Going,
that's even worse. Like looking around to see if there's no one else looking. It's not helping your kids.
So on your CV where it gets to special talents, you put that, I guess.
yeah. But the thing is, they're so expensive, and like the charity shops do them for about £5 a bag, or the 15 quid a bag on Amazon, and like so, you know, it's worth buying from them. It's just that, like I said, if they've been stored in like somewhere feisty in it, and I have bought them from charity shops before, and then they've delivered them and then they've stunk, and I'm like, I've had to bin them because, like I said, it goes right through the packaging. So
Can you imagine if like all of us went like charity shopping together? I know we sort of have, but you know, there'd be Andrea checking out her jugs, Nick sniffing board games, you sniffing knickers, me biting on jewelry,
me sniffing books.
That's what we were doing in the Salvation Army the other day, wasn't it, Lex?
Yeah, well, yeah, that was pretty much what happened. Yeah,
and I'd be back in the hotel having a lie-in because I wouldn't come.
Yeah. Shop manager would be like, oh look, they've let them all out again.
I was going to say, I'll just come along. I'll just be the carer.
Yeah, you can bring the car out in the bus.
somewhere.
Did you buy the blue vase? I don't know which. I can't remember which charity shop you were in, but there was a blue vase.
Who now?
Nick and Andrea.
Oh.
I mean, not a vase, a jug.
Jug.
A blue jug.
Oh yeah, it was there was a really nice big blue jug. I don't think you did buy it.
Oh, we didn't buy it. No, it was 15.
Oh, you didn't. I just wondered. I'd seen it in. I think it might be in Lex's video.
Yeah.
And that's when you went. And that's when you said, "I'm following him in to help the aged with AIDS UK or whatever it was," and he laughing my head off at that.
What? Me?
You were
No, I was like, oh, I'm following Nick, and like, because in Nick's shop or something, help the aged or whatever. Yeah, Age UK, and you were like, ooh.
What a surprise.
And then there was another bit where I'm like, oh, I found Nick Hills, and you were just looking through the £2 dresses. I'm like,
oh yes,
Who got
yeah, I
murdered
remember
at the
that.
hotel after?
you what?
Who got murdered at the hotel?
Oh, no one, sadly.
No one.
It's so weird, isn't it? Because you kept saying it's the Agatha Christie Hotel.
There was so much crime going on in that hotel. It was unreal.
Well, you do know Carla was blaming you. Said, anywhere I take Lex, it's a crime scene.
But Lex saw the bloody crime scene. But the day before, there was another crime because I saw a police officer with an evidence bag with a laptop in it on my floor. So there was some other crime going on the day before. God knows what was going on.
Wow.
But it was the Agatha Christie Hotel. Yes.
Yeah, the only crime in our hotel was decor and cleanliness.
Well, I said next time we're coming up, I'm gonna stay in the same hotel because it's lovely and it's got a right nice pool and everything. But I want one of the suites on the front with the sea view.
I think if I stayed there again, I'd go for the sea view as well because it's such a lovely view.
It's lovely.
And although my view was okay, it wasn't the sea. So I think I would like the sea.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see.
Well, next time we're going to stay where other people are.
Well, Stephen, wherever you are, you were meant to be in the hotel with us.
Meant to be in your
hotel that we were in, and everybody else booked in the posh hotel. Stephen booked in that one, and we said, "Well, we'll go with that one because it's cheaper, and we'll, Stephen will be there,
and we'll join you, Steve."
Yeah.
And then what does he do?
It was the thought of spending time with you and Andrea. That was it. That was the last
pushed him over the edge, right? Okay.
Okay. Too much stress.
Right.
Yeah, it's because of him that me and Susan were in the Grand because that's where he suggested.
Well, yeah, he wanted to stay with me in the honeymoon suite for some reason. I don't know how that happened. I know he was going to book it. It was a joke, but he was going to come to the Grand, and then he decided he wanted to spend his money on other things. And so he
decided to go on the cheap and cheerful one.
He booked the
a few miles
cheaper
up the
one.
road.
Yes, that's right. But yeah, it would have been great to have him at the Grand. Down that staircase.
Would have really liked it as well.
Yeah, it would have been great.
That was quite a spectacular.
Yeah, that staircase was.
Yeah.
Have you seen that
in Lex's video? You haven't watched it, have you?
No.
Rude.
But you're in it.
You are in it. Yeah.
Oh, I'll watch it then.
Yeah, the staircase is rather fabulous.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like Carla was videoing you for ages, and then she was like, "She's coming down the staircase any minute." Coming down this. You were like, I don't know what you were doing.
It's because they kept being people at the top of the stairs, and they were looking at me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna my friend's just gonna film me walking down the stairs," and I was like, "You go ahead," and then So I let them go, and then I just bent down, and I was like, "I'm ready now."
Yeah, I think she started just putting the wall behind her or something because she got bored or whatever.
Yeah, she put your camera down, and then it suddenly came up again, and then she said, "You'll have to edit this." You didn't edit it, did you?
No, I didn't edit it. I was like, I don't do editing.
I must say, it was immensely reassuring knowing that your driver didn't know where she was when you got in the car.
That was me, and it's because I was in a big Tesco car park, and I didn't know how to get out of it. It was so big.
Hi, Laura.
And
Laura.
Sorry about Jeff. He's kicking off again.
Susan
comes away
ran over a child, which was reversing.
What did you say? Oh, don't start. Every time I got in that car, this lot, they were just winding me up all the time. No wonder I'm a nervous driver.
Well, we were meant to be following you, and I don't know what was going on.
Well, I wanted to turn around. But then Sharon said I'd hit a child or something because it was school. And it was just pandemonium in that car. It was awful.
Sharon was awful. Sharon kept like bashing the side of the car to make it sound.
You did? You? Yeah.
No children were hurt in the making of this movie.
No children were hurt. But I was hurt. My feelings were hurt.
Oh, Susan, did you see Chris's message about your pussies?
My 2 pussies are fantastic. It was their birthday the other day. 2 days after Lainey's, they had their first birthday, and they are fantastic and fine. And today they saw some sheep out of the window, and they were not happy.
Oh.
They were going, they're bloody big cats.
Yeah. Woolly cats. Oh.
Yeah, there's sheep around here, and occasionally they come into my garden and eat the grass. I wish they came a lot more, actually. I wouldn't need a gardener to come and mow it for me. But they came in today, and the cats were not impressed. Not impressed by these gigantic white cats. Yeah, they're doing great. Thank you for asking.
And when are you gonna film some more videos of them soon?
Well, I don't have to film anymore. I've got months.
Oh yeah, you've got like months of Ring camera, haven't you? Yeah,
I have. Yeah, and also stuff I've done on the phone as well. But it's the editing and coming up with like interesting plot lines for the stories and that. That's the bit that is difficult. But maybe I'll do some soon. Just
do a little highlight reel of
shocked one day when I do a 12-hour video of catching up with Morden Moranway.
AMSR or whatever they call it.
Yes, yeah.
I tell you what, it was really weird watching you go around places here that when I wasn't with you.
Yeah.
Kind of like you, Blandford Street, which is the one with the most charity shops, and I think you pointed out was like, oh, there's Age Concerned and Children, and then Fact, and there's a Salvation Army at the bottom, and there's a British Heart Foundation and a British Red Cross. There's about 6, I think, altogether.
Oh yeah, there was a whole row of them on both sides. Yeah.
Plus there's a cash converter in that one, is it?
Yeah, because I bought a nice chain from in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we went in there.
And then that cake shop that
Milligan's.
So glad we didn't go in there, because honestly it was quite tempting. It's like, no, there's going to be enough cake.
God, there was way too much
birthday party.
There was a lot of cake left over. We took some home with us.
There was enough food.
Cake gone, Lainey?
30 or 40 of us.
Yeah, nowadays, yeah.
Oh yeah, we left some with your mum. We never told her that was from us.
You'd have figured it out. Surely the dog's gone and there's cake here. Typical my parents. They were out at a party when we got back, so we just picked up Jeff and left them cake. Yeah.
Yeah. Even that lady.
Who
are you? She was saying.
Leonie's daughter turned Neil away because she didn't know he was.
That's
cool. Oh, really?
She didn't turn him away, but she answered it because I don't know. I was like, how did he even get in? You know what I mean? Because I'd left my phone in here and totally was oblivious. Couldn't hear the ring doorbell because it only comes through my phone. So I didn't know if it was going off or not.
That's why we were stood outside.
Andrew was stuck outside ringing everybody going, let us in.
Let us in. I know when somebody said to me, your phone's ringing. And I was like, yeah, it's whatever. It's only 70 at home. On the other side of the country.
Yeah, she just ignored him. Whatever.
Sorry, guys.
And so Laura answered the door, and she was like, and he was like, I've come for the party, kind of thing. And my daughter was like, who are you?
You're not done. You're not coming in. Yeah.
I think Neil got the shock of his life when he walked in because me and Sharon dived on him. I don't know why.
Yeah, you did. That was funny.
It was.
You were very merry when I arrived.
I was very merry. It doesn't take much, and it happens quickly as well.
Yeah, I think.
you were the first to go, Susan.
Yeah, but I only need a sip, and that's it. I'm gone.
Yeah, but then my brother said to me, my brother said to me that I think he didn't know what number drink you were pouring, but because he was saying, you know, she says 2 fingers.
Yeah.
He said they were like that. That was the 2 fingers.
No, I thought the finger was like that.
I've been thinking about this since then. I've been thinking about this since then, Lainey, and I think I was pouring your drink.
Oh, that would probably be right. She was like, I'll just give her extra.
I did.
Yeah, it was very much that everybody was playing catch up with Susan all night. That's what was happening.
Yeah.
No.
With the
Well,
drink.
at one point, the 2 karaoke mics.
I do remember holding both mics at the same time, and it felt weird.
I remember being chased around the room with a mic being shoved in my face.
I hit Carla in the face twice with a mic. Twice.
Yeah, I know what that feels like. As well.
When I saw her the next day, I was checking for bruises in case she had a hit, black and blue. But yeah.
I think who was it again? I can't remember. Potty C and Neil was really competitive in Robo Bitch, but I think Nick was probably the best at it out of all you.
I have actually.
And then, I just remember Lex going around with that drink.
I think I've actually got some time
sticking out.
I was like, oh, this is lovely. But I was like, I didn't know it could go faster. And I was like, seriously, it's like one of.
No, when it goes faster, you had it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it on like the lowest.
I was quite impressed. I could get used to that, honestly. Go down the pub, more than you should, and just ride home in that would be great.
Yeah. Oh, David said, can I go to the shop a minute? I'm like, no, you cannot. Can't be bothered to walk. I'll just take you to the shop. No.
I was surprised that none of your neighbours came out.
Halfway through the night, didn't he?
Did they?
They probably just normal.
He ran out of beer and went to Tesco.
None of the neighbours came out because there was a lot of screaming going on, particularly when I was doing it.
Probably, Kath. I wasn't too good.
Carla at the end of the night though, because we were making too much noise.
Yeah, you know what Carla was like that New Year's Eve? That's what she was like when we were being too loud.
Disappointed.
Yeah, we got told off by Carla because we were outside screaming. Well, not screaming, but shrieking maybe.
She's like, Lainey has neighbours, you know. She's got to live here.
Sorry, Mom. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
I did prepare the 2 either side of me, but I didn't, prepare the whole square.
Yeah.
They must have just been looking out the window, seeing you all go around, thinking, "What a bunch of numpties."
Yeah,
it was exactly. They were just peering out, going, "What? There's never noise coming from there. What's going on?"
I think just the dog barks now and then. That's it. You know what I mean? But so funny.
It's a lovely little square you've got around there as well.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Quiet. Yeah. Well, normally quiet, and apart from when we're there, it's quiet.
Yeah. Nice little spot, considering how near you are to the stadium and town and that.
Yeah.
It's quiet around there.
It's really handy. Like the beach, like the parks, So like where you were on the top, like where your hotel was. It goes up as further up you go. So I've never really gone that way, like in the wheelchair, because I'm just worried about, you know what I mean? Yeah, just been done a runner as well. Forgot about that bit. Luckily, he needed a poo, so he stopped.
Who caught him? Was it Neil?
Laura.
Laura caught him, yeah.
People out there. I walked down the beach on the day that I was going to pick up Carla and Lex, but before that I walked down the beach and then I met Lainey in the park, in the famous park.
She used to meet all the old men.
Yes, she showed me around all her haunts
in
the park.
They're like, and this is where I left my knickers.
It was that park as well.
Oh, you should have shown
There's a little
me.
blue flag there, apparently.
Show you next time. But don't be getting a blue plaque put there or anything.
The only thing that spoilt the weekend for me was the fucking heat. It was way too hot. I don't think you got heat like that up north.
Sun in Sunderland. What's that all about?
30 degrees.
Not normal.
It was horrible.
On my birthday,
It was lovely.
It wasn't. It was terrible. It was like
It was
burning
so
hot.
nice.
No,
So
it
nice. Going down to the beach. I've got to say, that beach as well is so nice and clean and stuff.
It is. It's lovely.
Like for a British beach, like we've got nice ones round here, but like you can't see the bottom of the sea.
Yeah.
But you could see it, and even though it was quite rough, and like the actual sand was really nice, and like it was lovely.
Very, very, very
Really
clean
nice
and lovely.
beach.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. The thing is, when you come back next time, like further the way at Roker, that one's just as nice as well. Roker. And hopefully the Roker Pier will be back open.
That's the one I went on, Roker Beach. I didn't go on the one that Lex swam in. I went further up and went down to Roker Beach.
Yeah.
Roker Beach.
Roker. But you can go. Well, I mean, you can go all the way down, and then you see the dolphins, which were mentioned, and also you can go underneath and go all the way along as well.
That's cool.
Do it from underneath, because obviously when there was bad storms in the lighthouse floaty, that's what they called, isn't it? He had to go along. He used to go under the pier to get there. So yeah, hi Joy.
Yeah, hopefully that pier will be open next time, because I like a good pier.
Yeah, it's being fixed at the minute, so it should do.
To walk down it. It's quite long.
Yeah.
It was bloody long as well in the night.
I'm assuming when you were in the town, you didn't go along High Street, because there's another cash generator or whatever it is along there. Plus there's a St Oswald's and a shelter as well.
No, we just went up that road with all the charity shops on, round into the centre and back around on ourselves.
And to Wetherspoons.
And back to
the road.
Yeah.
The nicer of the two, because the other one, there's two, William Jameson's. That's it's been there a lot longer. So
yeah, the springs we went in was quite civilized, really.
What was it? Cooper Rose?
Cooper Rose, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right, that.
We did drive around like lunatics for a while, trying to find somewhere to park.
Yeah, one-way system.
Yeah.
We ended up where we should have gone in the first place, but that's the way it is in a city. When you're in a city, you don't know. You spend half your time just driving around like a nutter. You have no idea.
Yeah.
But we were enjoying the architecture, though.
Very
nice. Some nice buildings.
I tell you what, it's very similar in style to a lot of Welsh towns as well. Like old industrial. There must be something about, because they all came up at the same time in the industrial ages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like old court buildings and coal exchange and places like that. Very cool.
There's a lot more like oldie buildings like on the other side that you didn't see, where and I did it in my vlog the other day, the elephant room, tea room. It used to be where they traded tea back in the God knows whens, and they've got all these like elephant statues on the side of the building, and they've redone the bottom of it, because it used to be a bank at one point, and obviously they've redone it. It's up for let, I think, now, but no one's took it over, but someone should, because it's a cracking building. You know what I mean?
Even down to the houses, like when I walked from yours and I went up the road to our little high street.
Yeah.
All the little sort of terraced houses, really tiny.
Well, we used to obviously the mining, where the stadium is, there was a mine. It got built on Monkey Mouth Pit. So, yeah. And then we'll soon have our, I don't know when that's completed, the film studio, but that'll be cool. Famous people, because it's apparently going to be pretty big. So that'll be cool. And you went over did you go over the Spire Bridge, the white one?
Yep.
It's a cool bridge, isn't it?
Yeah, we went over that. Yeah, because Lex and Carla, you were with us at that point, weren't you?
Oh, is that after you had been to the...
Yeah, we went to the Salvation Army and then got lost driving around town a bit. But we did go over that bridge. That bit I remember.
Yeah. And then the one further down, which actually went under, because I was watching, I think it was in Carla's video, she went under it. And that's the Queen Alexandra Bridge. It's named after Lex, you see.
Oh.
Quite right too. Bloody love a good bridge.
Carla's vlog. Am I in that one as well? I might watch it.
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
I love a good bridge as well. Love bridges, love piers.
I love a pier. I do like a pier.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something cool about walking out over the water.
Yeah.
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 And when the tide is out, you go, I haven't done this yet, but go metal detecting underneath.
Yeah. I love hanging about under a pier.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yes, you okay.
Don't be weird with me. You know what I'm talking about. It's just fun.
This is if anyone's been watching Glastonbury. Well, we were a bit late because we were watching Ray.
We watched Ray. Great set. Really good. Yeah.
Aren't Scissor Sisters on right now?
Are they? Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to catch up on that. I want to see Alanis Morissette as well.
Oh, she played. Oh my
She
god.
played yesterday.
Yeah, my mum watched that yesterday. Apparently, she liked that.
Who else is playing this?
I can't watch
I saw
any.
Lewis
Lewis
Capaldi.
Capaldi, yeah. Aww.
That was good to see him back after what he went through, and I'm so pleased. Like the first thing he did was like conquer that again, because that must have been terrifying.
Yeah,
terrifying. Yeah,
amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love him so much. He's just such a likable chap. It's like, yeah, everyone roots for him.
Yeah, that was a nice surprise because he wasn't billed, was he?
No.
I saw a really interesting little video where they'd put like his performance where he was ticking like a lunatic
compared to like
a couple of years ago and how he was today, and it was yesterday. And yeah, he's had a bit of therapy, I think, in between.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, Chris says Rod Stewart's on tomorrow. He's doing the Legends slot, isn't
Rod
he?
Stewart, yeah.
And then I'm
not a fan.
Not my age, but I'm a bit disappointed that the person headlining Sunday and closing the entire festival is Olivia Rodrigo.
I don't know who that is.
Rodrigo.
She's a kid from America, basically.
Hang on, there are so many more deserving, massive artists that could be closing Glastonbury.
But Glastonbury, for the last decade, they've been doing that. They're aiming squarely at the younger audience.
The younger one.
But still.
And it's on record sales, and she's selling millions of records right now.
She is massive.
Even Ellen just said, is she? I mean, I'd understand if it was Sabrina Carpenter, because she's been massive this year. I don't
know who any of these people are.
Who?
The hype of her. I don't get the hype of Sabrina Carpenter. I really don't.
Oh, Ellen's friends listen to me.
Yeah, but you can't keep everyone happy. Imagine trying to set a line up for Glastonbury. Who are you going to keep happy?
I get it, but I always think of somebody closing Glastonbury to be a legend, like to be somebody that's massive.
Well, isn't that the legend slot?
Closed it last year.
Didn't you do a Lady Reacts with Olivia Rodrigo?
Yeah, with Lily Allen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought she was good. I liked her.
It's really awkward. Like compared to Coldplay on the Saturday.
I just don't know anything else she sang. I only did it because of her, because of the Lily Allen song.
Me and my schoolmates who back in the day we went to Glastonbury like 96, like after our GCSEs. Anyway, couldn't do Glastonbury now. Like I all that mud. I don't think I could do it. All those Lucy and Yak dungarees hurting my eyes. Anyways, right. There's the Shine On Weekender at Butlins Minehead in November, right? Listen to this for a 90s lineup, okay? Jesus and Mary Chain, Ash, Cast, Uncle, In Spiral Carpets, Reef, Sleeper, The Blue Tones, Jesus Jones, the Soup Dragons, Orbital, and DJ Yoda, and Rob Newman on the Comedy Tent. How nice!
Okay, well, when are we buying? When are we signing up for this?
Genuinely, I think I bought singles by all of those artists.
In it.
Wow.
Like, what a good lineup.
They're all on my
There's nothing
Spotify.
there that appeals to me.
I saw
Absolutely.
Jesus Jones in Brixton, and they were amazing in '91.
Oh, well, you know the Radio 1 Roadshow? It came to Stevenage one year, and our school was allowed to go. So we went to see the Radio 1 Roadshow in the Stevenage Leisure Centre, and Jesus Jones were there.
Oh, Ash as well. I didn't hear you say Ash.
Yeah,
Bloody
Ash.
hell. Oh, that is so my art college years. Ash, Uncle. Well, Uncle was later, but yeah, Ash totally.
Awesome.
Wow, that's.
And you get to, you know, and you
to see that.
And you stay in like a chalet with your friends.
Yeah.
And
a Butlins chalet.
I know, right? Proper quality stuff.
Yeah.
And you can go half board as well and have your breakfast and dinner there.
Oh my God.
So it worked out if 5 of us go and we share a chalet, it's like £290. Like that's all right.
When is it? When is it?
November, I think.
It is November the 14th to the 16th. So 3-day, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, message me.
I know. Is this Butlins Minehead? I'm assuming this caravan.
Minehead, yeah.
Caravans rather than a chalet. I know
Oh yeah, the caravans were more expensive again. They were really
yeah, no one needs a chalet in Minehead, Butlins. Oh my God, just grim.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter for 3 days. Does it?
Hang on, we need to answer Kath's question. Who is Uncle Ash? Well, Uncle Ash. Ash is a band, a Northern Irish band, bloody amazing. I've never seen them live, but apparently
they are awesome.
Big hit, Shining.
Oh, they had loads. Girl on Mars was Girl from
Annie
Mars.
Lennox covered Shining Light, didn't she?
Annie Lennox did Shining Light.
No way.
And Uncle were like a collective of people, really, weren't they?
Like DJs, yeah. UNK.
And then they had guest vocalists. They had Ian Brown as vocalist.
Ian Brown doing it.
Various people.
Yeah, so God knows your lonely soul. That's Uncle, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and Be There. I remember buying Be There with Ian Brown on it. That's a great track. I think Uncle is still going. Well, they clearly are because they're playing.
They clearly are, yeah. I'd rather see Olivia Rodrigo myself.
Oh, bloody hell.
I'll tell you who was good yesterday at Glastonbury, En Vogue.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah. Well, obviously not live, but I watched it on the television.
Last night we were watching On Vogue videos from the early 90s.
Were we?
Yeah, you were sleeping. You were filming them for sleep.
Really, I have no memory of it. We went out last night. We might have consumed slightly more alcohol than I should have done.
Well, you know, it happens. But yeah, I've not seen. Do they look old? They should do because they're in the 60s.
They look amazing.
Do they? Oh, I want to see now. I want to see.
They said thank you to everybody for following us for 35 years. 35 years! Bloody hell!
Is Saida Garrett still with them? Or
she's never been with them.
Why? What band am I thinking of then?
That was the Brand New Heavies.
Oh.
So she was only with them for one album. But yeah, no, then there's 3 of the original members, and Dawn left, didn't she? She went and.
Don't ask me.
She formed a different band, but they've got somebody new now. Because it was 3 of them for a while. Because when we travelled America, which was 24 years ago now, or maybe 25 years
25.
ago, they had an album on, the 3 of them.
Yes. You bought it?
Masterpiece Theatre or something. And I bought it in America in San Francisco. I remember that.
Yeah, this is riveting entertainment.
Sorry
I'm sure,
about- yeah,
everybody.
sorry
So
about
while we try and remember things with our old brains. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved En Vogue. If you haven't guessed that already,
I think the day you bought that album, I bought Supergrass's album that was out in '99, one with the kind of X-ray cover, whatever that was. Anyway,
oh my God, my mate Nia saw Supergrass the other day. Was it like 30-year anniversary of I Should Coco?
Oh, that album! Oh my God!
Is Danny Goffey in Supergrass?
Yeah.
Yes, because I follow Pearl.
He was the drummer, I think.
Instagram. And so I've seen a few of the.
Because he's Daisy.
Stig, why aren't you in this conversation? You're a music expert.
Susan, what does it all mean?
I know exactly.
I didn't want to show. This is why I won the music quiz. You see, I didn't want to show off and give people dates.
Talking about Take That or Spice Girls. I don't know what they're talking about.
At the moment, I've got the same glazed look as when Carla was talking about clothes and Lex was talking about jewelry. It's exactly the same glazed look.
We've got the Cubics Festival next month, but it'll be tough with what we've got. Shaggy,
what, like Rubik's Cube
headliner.
Oh, Shaggy.
And then Bass Hunter, Darren Styles, Blue, Entrance, Andy Whitby, whoever he is, Another Level, Gareth Gates, Louise,
Another level,
and Blazing Squad.
Blazing Squad, what?
Gareth Gates.
Well, we're seeing Blue at Rewind. Blue are going to be at Rewind.
I'm not. I'll be in the pub. I'm
really looking forward to it. I'd like to get Blue.
Well, that as great as that sounds, Lainey, I think I prefer Lex's line. I'm just saying. Just saying. Yeah, I'll pass on that one.
Yeah, I saw that Shelley's at Glastonbury.
Yeah, the whole family's there.
Really, all of them, blimey.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of was it like 15 years ago they were at Glastonbury, like they took the girls there for the first time.
Yeah. Very young.
They've been so many times.
But how though? Like whenever I've tried to get tickets, like they just go no.
I don't know.
And yet she gets them every year.
Neil goes every year as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, Neil goes every year.
Guess they just don't like me.
That's
Maybe
fine.
you need to use your
extra points for going every year. So like,
I know. Tom's like a ninja though. He'll get tickets for anything. He's still and he's in.
I tried to get tickets for Oasis and I was like 100 and something thousand in the queue, like 110,000.
If you are on their unlucky you didn't get tickets list though, they're reselling the ones that for whatever reason are up for sale again. I don't they cancelled a load of them because they went through third parties.
All right.
So a load of them.
I've lost interest now.
You're right.
I'm waiting for Sharon to wake up. We've mentioned Oasis.
I'm fuming. Next weekend, those motherfuckers are in Cardiff.
I know that I tried to get tickets for the Cardiff one. I thought I'll pick up Sharon on the way.
Honestly, I would just wait until the day, like early morning or something. Look on Ticketmaster and see if anyone are flogging their tickets like last minute because they're ill or whatever.
You do that, Sharon.
No, I will not. No. Ask me again, and the answer will still be no.
I think she's tempted.
I think she is. I think she's on the turn. Become a fan.
In all fairness, Cardiff's been hit like there's Sting tonight, Billy Ocean tonight. There was Lana Del Rey the other day. Like this is
bloody hell.
Those fucking pigeon neck twats right in the middle.
Pigeon neck twats.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Talking about me. Porky says, if we are dropping names, never forget Susan met Dave Bartram. Who's that?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody knows who that is.
They do. We were discussing him for ages one night here, weren't we, Lainey? We couldn't stop talking about him.
Makes sense.
He's the lead singer of Shawaddy Waddy, or he was a long time ago.
Okay.
In their heyday.
Oh,
But they were from Leicester, you see, and he came into the paper shop where I did a paper round, and he was chatting up the woman behind the counter. I don't know if he was married at the time or anything, but I was a young, innocent child. And I just went in to get my papers, and there he was.
My mum went out with her roadie, apparently, but my mum tells a lot of stories.
No, it was Status Quo's roadie. That's what you told me.
No, well, maybe it was both. I don't know.
That's right,
I can't remember his name now, so that might be very
Ever
useful.
since she's been rocking all over the world. Yeah.
No, it'll come to me.
Check out Ian with his pop-based puns.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it now for a year. That's it now. No more.
That's it, yeah.
This is an actual true story. My uncle, as in my biological dad's brother, was in the original lineup of Status Quo. But he left before they became famous, so I'm sure he regrets that for his life. But it was on Top of the Pops. Their very first Top of the Pops appearance
with Matchstick Men
was my uncle on Top of the Pops.
All I can say is he had a lucky escape because they were shit.
Yeah, that's the On Vogue thing.
I hate them. I hate
them. No, I know more about the Jacksons than I do about On Vogue, to be fair.
Right, let's go round. What would your mastermind, your chosen ideal subject be, Lainey?
Bloody hell.
Anything or music or just anything?
Oh, well, when you sign up for mastermind, you have to give them. I think you give them 3 options and they pick one. Okay. What would your ideal mastermind subject be?
Childbirth.
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 I've done it twice. I've done it twice. So you know.
Right. Okay, but that's good. Then I've done it 6 times. So.
Yeah, she beat me like if I was in the. Yeah.
6 times, really?
Yeah.
Didn't you know that Sharon's got 6 kids?
No.
She's also got a laminated pelvic floor now.
I'm not sure that's a mastermind.
Anyway,
what are they going to ask?
Maybe Sunderland, Lainey.
Yeah, or Jason Momoa's Cherry says.
Jason Momoa.
Or Sunderland Football Club.
Yeah, that yeah. Although I said we were in the Premier League in my video the other day. That would won the Premier League, actually. I was like, oh, whoever won the Premier League? And I was like, no, I mean, I'm jumping the gun here, but maybe it was a premonition. Not really. That sounds good.
So, Lex, what would you actually put down on your form as your subject?
90s Britpop.
A list.
Obviously. Moons. And
what? Moons?
Moons. And Black Mirror episodes.
Moons? Can we have a bit more detail about moons, please?
When you pull your pants down, Susan.
No, it's not that. Surely.
Famous moons.
In 1996, what bus were you on when you moved?
It was the B-17 to Stoke. Yeah.
No, it would only be like name some moons of Saturn and Jupiter and stuff, and that would be it. I just know some of them, and that would be it. So it would actually be a really shit round because there would only be like one question. And
right, I've googled it. Name the 8 moons of Saturn.
Oh, I can't name them. I just know some.
You don't know the answers. You just answer the questions.
I know the answers.
Is Ganymede a moon? Somewhere.
Ganymede is a moon of summer, isn't it? But
Io is in a Blur song, isn't it?
Callisto. Well, that's where it comes from. I spy in the night sky, don't I? Phoebe, Io, Ella, Relado, Callisto, Sinope, Janus, Dione, Portia, so many moons. There you go.
There you go.
Ganymede is a moon of Jupiter.
Isn't the one called Titan? Or
like
It's Titan, yeah. Isn't Titan? I think Titan is one that could possibly have water on it. I think.
Yeah, Titan is one of the moons of Saturn. Would you like to know the others?
And they're the only one that has two moons.
Moon.
You will never have heard of any of the others, I don't think. Well, I haven't.
What about a Jaffa Cake moon?
Oh, I love a Jaffa cake.
Oh,
Totally
delicious.
clips. Totally clips. Yeah.
Totally clips. So, Ian, now we know you have specialist subjects, but what would you pick?
yeah. Not all of them we should discuss on this channel, I don't think. I don't know.
I think Ian's specialist subject should be American states, because when I did a quiz, he just knew everything
States
about
and presidents, yeah. It's
States
just
and
stupid
presidents.
stuff you remember. I don't know. It's just stupid stuff you remember.
Just
But that's the whole point. Specialist knowledge is the point.
What president is on the $50 note?
Ooh. I didn't ask that question.
Benjamin.
You didn't ask that
that's
question,
100.
no.
He's 100, I think.
It's all about the Benjamins.
All about the Benjamins.
Roosevelt.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh, bloody hell. How we
So basically, you could have just said any and you'd went, yes.
That's it. Yeah.
I've Googled it for you. The answer is
Hillary Clinton.
Grant.
I didn't realise the other day the whole American bill
Bonus you were president.
I thought they were all different sizes like we've got, but they're not. Apparently, they're all the same.
They all look the bloody same. They're all the same colour.
Yeah, it's hard to distinguish. You have to really look at the numbers because they
Yeah,
all look
you
the
have to
same.
really be careful.
Yeah, when we arrived,
One more reason to not go to America.
Exactly. Right, yeah. Just one more.
I'm going to shut the stream down, I think, and just end the live now. So I'm just going to say thank you to the whole of the side chat for joining us. And
listen to us waffle for the last half hour.
Yeah. I shall see you next month at the end of the.
Thanks, Lainey.
Again.
Thanks, Lainey.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.